everybody, JC here with another TNI toy review. And for today's review, I continue my look at the upcoming DC Icons 6-inch Justice League Rebirth 7-pack from DC Collectibles. Now specifically for today, I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new Cyborg figure. Already looked at Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and Aquaman, and then I'll be rounding out my review of this set with Flash tomorrow. This set is due out tomorrow, Wednesday, March 22nd. So if you want to add this to your collection, be sure to check out your comic and specialty shop. You can also pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store. This comes packaged in a window box. The figures are clearly displayed. You've got the Icons logo down below. Off to the side, you've got the Justice League name. On the back of the packaging, we have looks at other figures, some deluxe figures that have already been released, some single-carded figures that have already been released, and then some upcoming figures such as Static, Swamp Thing, Deathstroke, and the new 52 version of Wonder Woman. Then down below, it tells us that Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Aquaman were all sculpted by Steve Kiewis. The Green Lantern figure was sculpted by Joe Mina, and the Cyborg figure was sculpted by Paul Harding. All right, let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the Cyborg figure outside of the packaging. Now, as far as I can tell, this is essentially the same sculpt as what we're going to get with the single deluxe figure that will be released later this year. The only real difference is there's no accessories with this figure. You've got the pair of closed-fisted hands. Now, I don't have that figure, obviously, since it hasn't been released yet, so I can't give you a comparison. I am almost sure that figure is still being released. I know there is some question about the future of single-carded icon figures, but I saw in a recent unboxing video on the DC Collectible Facebook page where they said that the deluxe figure was still coming. So as far as I know, that one is going to be released. Now, the figure itself here, I think they've done a pretty good job with the overall sculpting detail. I like the head sculpt with this one. It's probably the nicest looking head sculpt out of the 7 figures in this box set. Maybe Batman's a close second, but I like how they've combined the cybernetic portion with the human flesh portion. I think that looks good. I like the sculpting detail on the armor. I like the metallic silver with the red eye and then the little red dot on his forehead. Good skin tone. His human eye looks pretty good as well, and then he's just got the black hair. So again, I really like the sculpting detail with this head sculpt, and the paint applications overall on the entire figure is pretty solid. He's got the darker gray and then the metallic silver, and then he's got this little symbol on his chest, which is kind of like a C for Cyborg, and that's sculpted on there. And then he's got the red on his belt on the side of his legs. So I think that's good. So nice sculpting detail on the lower arm with the armor pieces. You got some line work sculpted here on his thighs, inner thighs, so that looks good. This figure stands almost at 6 1/4 inches tall. Here's a comparison of the Cyborg figure along with the other figures in the box set that I've already reviewed. So Batman, Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern. And I think the overall scale for Cyborg fits in pretty nicely with the rest of the figures. Here's a comparison with the DC Collectibles new 52 7-inch version of Cyborg. And this is to give you more of a comparison of the sculpting between the two. I think both are equally nice on this figure. Obviously, the 7-inch figure is taller. But again, I think the sculpting detail between the two is equally nice. And then finally, here's a comparison with a 6-inch Hasbro Marvel Legends Spider-Man figure. Articulation is on par with the other figures we've seen in this set. You can turn the head to the left and to the right. He really doesn't have any back or forth movement with the head. You can get the arm out good. It's attached with your standard ball hinge joint there at the shoulder. He's got good rotation. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got a double hinged elbow, so he can bend his elbow pretty good there. You do get a swivel here at the, you can see where the lower arm is kind of attached there. So you get a swivel there. Just attaches with a peg, and then you've got a swivel with the wrist and hinges on the hand, so up and down movement there with the hands. You've got a midsection joint, so you've got rotation there at the midsection. You can pivot to left and right a little bit, not much in the way of actual crunch there. He does have an actual crunch joint though, so he can crunch down a little bit, and he can look back about that much. Does not have a waist swivel. Legs are attached with ball joints, so he can do the splits good. You can pull the legs out from the socket, and you can get his leg forward pretty good, and he can do his leg back pretty good. You don't have a thigh swivel, but you do have some rotation up there where the leg attaches at the ball joint. You've got a double hinged knee, so good bending at the knee, and then for the feet, you've got hinges, so you've got good up and down movement, and you do have ankle pivot, and then 2 peg holes on the bottom of the feet. Okay, so that's my review. Overall, I think this is a nice solid figure. I like the sculpting detail, good paint applications, and if you're a fan of the Cyborg character, I think this is one you're going to want to add to your collection. Now, if Cyborg's the only figure in this set that you're interested in, you might want to wait until the deluxe figure is released, since it looks like it's essentially the same figure. But if you want Cyborg along with the other characters in this set, I think this is definitely a nice figure. Now, this box set is slated for release tomorrow. It'll be hitting comic and specialty shops March 22nd. We'll have a full image gallery up at toynewseye.com. Also, a big thanks to the folks at DC Collectibles for sending this set out to me so I could review it for you guys. And also, if you like the backdrops that you're seeing in this video, please check out extreme-sets.com. They're the ones that make those. If you're into photo photography, toy photography, or that type of thing, I definitely recommend that you check them out. There's a link in the video description below for them. As always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. Also, if you haven't already, please follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. It's a good way to stay in touch with me. I'll have links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, I'll catch you later.